Hi, welcome to Operating Systems. I am here to show you your first few commands that you'll be typing, and we are so excited to show you these. The command line interface works a little differently than probably what you're used to with a graphical interface. A graphical interface, you interact with the computer by clicking on menus, and then you can select your programs, and then that will end up starting a particular program. I'm trying to find a program here that might be fun to start or something like that. So yeah, let's see what games we have here. Oh, Mahjong, perfect. And that's the way I would start Mahjong. And there it is. And I could play it all I want. Ooh, let's see, which one? Oh, I don't know. Okay, but in a command line interface, you type commands to launch programs. And normally you type them in a terminal. So this right here, this window here is your terminal. And it is, you interact with it through a shell. So the terminal is the actual window here in the program, and the shell is what we're actually going to be typing into. And so in this class, we're going to be using the bash shell to be able to interact with our computer. And I'll kind of show you how it's the same thing as if you were interacting graphically. We're just doing it in a different way, and sometimes in a very more efficient way. So let me show you. Our first command that we're going to be looking at and focusing on is the ls command. And the ls command, what it does is it shows you what is in your current files and folders. So for instance, over here, I have a file manager in this window here. And as you can see, let's see, I think I can make these icons bigger so you can kind of see them here on the video better. And you see how I have all these folders here. I have a Python folder, downloads folder, a pictures folder, documents folder. And down here, I have some other files. I have a Windows 10 virtual machine, text file here. So I have all sorts of files and folders right here in my home directory. Now on the command line, let me make this a little bigger so that you guys can see on the video a little bit better. I'll make this a little bigger. Okay. Works very similar. All you do is you type a command. So the ls command is our first command that we're going to learn. And the ls command will display all of these files and folders that we see here. This is basically showing you the ls command. So I'll show you. I'm in the terminal, I type ls, and then I hit enter. And that's how I make the command run, is by hitting enter. So normally in a graphical interface, the way you make a program run is you click on it, and that will actually run the program. In the command line, you actually type it and then you hit enter. Now, if you look at this list that came up, look at this list of all these files and folders that I have. And I'm in my downloads folder. Whoops, let me get to my home folder. So type the ls command again, hit enter. You'll see I have this whole list of files and folders. So look at, I typed ls, I hit enter. Now look at what folder. I have a folder called bin. Well, let's see here. Do I have a folder called bin? Look at that right there. Let me see if I can organize this better. Can I configure these to do alphabetically? Well, I can do it this way. This way, and I can do that. Let's see if that does it. There we go. So see here, I have the bin folder. Look, I have a desktop folder. Where's my desktop folder? Right here. Desktop, right there. There's my desktop folder. You see it right there? Desktop. Oh, my documents folder. Look at that. There's my documents folder. There's my downloads folder. Oh, there's my download. Now, what's this? BL helium something something. That's a file I have downloaded, and graphically it shows me. And look at that. That's right there. That BL helium AMD64 build 2. That's what the ls command does. It will show me all the files and folders that are currently in my home directory. So anytime I type ls, I can do that. ls, whoops, ls. There's all my files. Look at, there's my videos folder. Where's videos? Right there, videos. So there's all my video folders. So, and then there's a way to look into that if I want to. But the ls command, that's simply what the ls command by default shows you your files and folders. Now there's different ways to use the ls command, which we'll learn later. But I just wanted to demonstrate the ls command and how that works in a graphical interface. So that's our first command. Very simple. You just type ls, enter, and then it lists all your files and folders. Now I think actually if I make this screen bigger, it will list it a little bit differently, because right now it's just listing them that way. Let's see if we can get it to list a different way. There we go. See how it's listed now in 2 columns because my screen is bigger. And so here I have the ls command. There's still my bin folder. There's my CDC 2017 folder. There's my desktop folder, that BL Helium file, which is right there. My desktop folder, which I should have somewhere right there. Look, they're all there. There's my HTML folder. I have one right there. See, so this is showing me exactly the same thing as that is. So that's the ls command. Let me show you another command that we have that shows us some system information. The free command. So you type free, and what free is going to do, it's going to show you how much RAM you have in your computer. So here it's showing you your memory and your swap, which is virtual memory. This shows you in bytes how much total memory you have, right? And how much you are using and how much you have free. So I have 16 gigabytes of RAM on this computer. I'm using, how much am I using? 6. 6, and I have 2 there. Is that right? Yeah, I have 16. Not quite using 6, and I have 2 right there. The total available, total available right there is 8. I have 8 more available. Yeah. So there's my 16. I'm using 6. I have 2 free, but I have 8 gigs available. Pretty neat. So that's the free command, some good information. Another good command to find out some information is the df command. Df for disk file command. And what this shows is my hard drive usage space. So there's a bunch of stuff here, but what we want to look for is this /. This / is equivalent to the C drive in Windows. So we're trying to look for this row right here. See where it says root? And there's a slash there. It says I'm using 39% of my file system, my root file system. And this is how much in bytes, how much space is being used, and how much is available. It also gives me my home directory. My home directory is where I keep all my user stuff. In Windows, that's comparable to the users folder, is this home folder right here, that home folder. And I'm only using 19% of my home folder. So that's the df command. Df command shows you disk space usage. That stands for disk file. And free shows you your memory, your RAM usage. Let me show you another command. This is a cool command. The cal command puts a little calendar on your terminal. So here, it'll give you their current month and year. It'll highlight the day of the month that you're currently on. So today that I'm recording this is August 21st. So you see how that's highlighted and gives you a little calendar. So I use this command a lot just to kind of look up the day if I'm not sure what the day is or anything like that. I can type CAL and boom, I can see what the calendar day is and look that up really quick. You can also use the cal command, which we'll show you later, to look up other months within the year, to show a whole year calendar, to show certain previous years. Like if you wanted to see the day you were born, what day of the week that was, you can use the cal command to do all sorts of things like that. But for now, we're just going to use it the way it's meant by default, just by typing the cal command, choosing enter. And I encourage you to practice these commands and use them, because then it becomes really natural. So I hope you're following along in this video as well. All right, the next command we're going to look at is the date command. Date, and what that gives us is the date and time. So instead of the cal command, see, we have the cal command kind of does it in a calendar format. The date commands just lists it right here. It says it's Tuesday, August 21st. This is the time that it currently is and the year. And so we love this date command. Another command that we'll be using is the uptime command. The uptime command shows you how long your computer has been running. So my computer has been running for 53 days. I love this command. And so this is a fantastic command to use. Let's continue with some more fun command line options that we have available to us. I showed you uptime. Now let me show you who. Who is a great command. Who shows you who's currently logged in to your computer. And as you can see here, I am logged in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Wow. And these will actually show you the different terminals that they're logged into. And you go like, what? How can you yourself be logged in 6 times? Well, Linux is kind of cool. It actually shows me every instance. See, I'm logged in here, here, in this command line option. In different terminals, and that's kind of what that showing is. Linux allows people to be able to connect, multiple people to connect to the same machine at the same time. And so you can use the who command to see who is logged in to your computer um, at the present time. And so as you can see, I'm logged in multiply. Every time I open up a terminal window like this, which I have several open on this desktop, that's why you're seeing my name multiple times here. So the who command, great command to be able to see all the people who are currently logged into your computer. So let's continue on. Now the commands that we've seen here currently basically have just displayed some information on the screen. Some commands actually take you into another program. So for instance, there's this cool system monitoring program called top. So if you type the word top and you hit enter, look at this. It takes you into this program, and there's no command prompt again, right? Like we normally see, like right here, see in this terminal, I have a command prompt. But over here, the command prompt's gone. I'm actually in this system monitoring program. And this top is a great program because it shows you a live feed of what's happening on your computer. You can see I have some Chrome tabs open, and you can see how much CPU usage they're using and how much memory they're using. You can see what user is using it. See, these are all the programs I have open with my name on it. You can see the process ID. You can see how many tasks I have running, how much total CPU usage, how much memory and RAM and everything else that I'm using, how long my system's been up. This is kind of a summary of a few of those other commands that we've been using. Now, when we get into a command such as top, some beginning users get a little nervous because how do you now get out of it? Well, when you're taken into a program, usually there's some sort of keyboard shortcut that gets you out of that program. So for this instance, with the top program, you just hit the Q key on your keyboard like that, and it stops the top program, and it takes me back to a command prompt, and I'm back. And if I wanted to start top again, I just type top and I hit enter, and I'm back into top. There we go. Now if I want to quit top, I can hit Q, and I'm back at the command line and the command prompt. So top, great command. Now some of you may be asking, how did you clear that screen so quick, right? Because I do like ls, boom, it's good. And then all of a sudden I jump up to the top here. Well, there's a command that will clear the screen for you. It's called clear, like that. If I type clear, enter, so that clears the screen. And really all that does is it moves all the text and everything up above me. So if I use the scroll bar on the side there, I can go back up and see exactly what I previously typed. But you didn't see me type clear, right? I just magically jumped to the top like that. Well, there's a keyboard shortcut to be able to do that. If you need to clear your screen, you can hit the Control key and the L key, and that will clear off your screen for you. A little tip for you. I want to show you one last command before we end here. The BC command, which stands for Bash Calculator. You actually have a calculator built into your terminal here, and I'll show you how to initiate it. This again takes you into another program, the calculator program. So I'll show you how to do this. We type BC, enter, and we're actually now in the BC program. Looks weird, right? Doesn't look, there's no command prompt, right? There's no, like right here I have this little arrow and this percentage sign that shows me I'm at a prompt, but here there's nothing. Well, here I can now do things. For instance, I can do 4 times 3, and then I can hit enter. Oh, that's 12. Let me see. How about 123 minus 45 plus 62 times 3. Let's see what that equals. Whoa, 264. I would have thought it would have been a lot higher, but I guess it's not. Anyway, let's double check that. We can do that. You can check on your calculator, see if my calculation's right. Now, with the BC command, how do we get out of this? Now, if I hit Q, that didn't do anything. How do I get out of this? You actually have to type the entire word quit, and then you can get out of it. And now you're back at the command prompt once again. Well, this has been your introduction to the command line. We've just learned a few different command lines. I'll summarize some of those here with you again for review. And practice using these commands. You'll be using these commands a lot. We first learned the ls command, which lists all our files and folders. See my documents folder, and there's my documents folder over here. Right? We learned the free command, which shows us how much RAM usage we have, our total RAM, how much used, how much is available, right? We also use the df command, which shows us our hard drive space we have available. We use the cal command to show us our calendar. We use the date command to give us kind of a more concise listing of our date and time. We use the uptime command, which shows us how long our computer has been running, right? It's been up 53 days. Whoa. We use the who command to see who's logged on. We use top, a little system monitoring tool. We use Q to get out of that, and we use the BC command, our little calculator. 225. There we go. We use quit to get out of that. Feel free to experiment with these programs. The command line really isn't that scary. It's just a different way to interact with the computer. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I am excited to get to know and meet all of you. Thank you. Bye-bye.